Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. The Rey Star Wars movie is coming. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Is it? Well, it depends on who you're listening to, because we have so many rumors coming out lately. It's just one rumor after another, and as always, you take these with a grain of salt, no matter how hopeful these rumors can be. Now, some might find this hopeful, but I personally, it makes me sad. In this article from Bounding into Comics, what's going around the internet? You say, new Star Wars rumor claims Rey Palpatine film delayed indefinitely, but don't get your hopes up. I'm sorry, Stephen Kent, but no. Stephen? Would that be Stephen or Stephen? Stephen. Mr. Kent. This does not get my hopes up. I'm excited for a Rey Palpatine movie. I want to see Disney crash and burn. Well, in a manner of speaking, I want this movie to come out and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt in a way that you cannot hide it behind Disney Plus numbers, behind subscription numbers, or behind the phrase, it's fantastic, it's the bestest ever because we said so. Make this movie, release it to the theaters, and let the fans decide. Let the box office decide and show the numbers that are actually there. I want this movie. Because if it's good, if it's beautiful, if it's wonderful, well written, then we win. Star Wars fans will win. Now, if it's an absolute dumpster fire of nonsense, well, I win. Channels like mine win, because then we get to point and laugh and make fun of it and say, haha, we told you so. I would rather eat crow, honestly. But let's get on with the article. A new Star Wars rumor has awakened, this time claiming that Disney's upcoming Rey-centric film trilogy has already met its demise. I think you're being a little bit hyperbolic, because that's not what's been said, is it? Supposedly set in the post-sequel trilogy. Of course, I mean, what else are they going to do with Rey Palpatine? It's not supposedly set, it is going to be set. It's going to be a Rey Palpatine-centric film, ergo, it's set after the sequel trilogy. Anyway, new Jedi Order, stolen from Luke Skywalker and the expanded universe that Kathleen Kennedy believed did not exist, era of the franchise's timeline that they decanonized and yet they're bastardizing it and cannibalizing it nonstop. The standalone movie will follow Rey, Nobody, Palpatine, Skywalker. You take a pick. Take one. Pick one. As she sets out to instruct a new generation of Jedi in the ways of the Force, much like Luke did in the expanded universe, but hey, those books don't exist except to cannibalize. Can you tell I'm a little bitter? First announced as in production, at the 2023 Star Wars Celebration event, which Daisy Ridley came out, oh, it's the bestest ever, it's fantastic, it's going to take the story in a whole new era, whole new direction. The project has received very few updates since, with the only ones coming via a pair of interviews in which Daisy Ridley, what? Why do you have an apostrophe there? In which Daisy Ridley noted that she has yet to see a full script, and yet she knows what the story's about. I guess in a manner of speaking, she can know if Kathleen Kennedy told her what it's supposed to be about, what ideas they have, but that was until January 16th, when, scroll down here, World of Reels, Jordan Rumai, Jordan of World of Reels, shared a supposed piece of news that he got a lot of viewers' hopes up, mine included. Why would you want the movie not to come out? Quote, I've been told that Disney has delayed the film indefinitely. All that means is they're not working on it right now. But maybe they are. On the side, after some other project. Just like all the other announced Disney Star Wars stuff. Indefinitely, which is why they surprised everyone last week and decided to announce The Mandalorian and Grogu. Please, God, don't let that be the name. Don't let that be the name of the show. Like, just don't. That's, okay. As the next Star Wars movie, he reported, they just don't have confidence in that the new Jedi Order will be happening in the near future. Quote continues, the problem seems to reside in creative differences between screenwriter Stephen Knight, and Lucasfilm, which would be Kathleen Kennedy. Now, that should come as no surprise. It's highly believable. Sure, it's still a rumor, but it is extremely believable because that's what we've heard over and over and over again. Creative differences between the screenwriter or the director or the showrunner and Kathleen Kennedy of Lucasfilm. I'm told that a draft had originally been written for the film, but Lucasfilm gave him so many notes that he had to start from scratch. When are we going to get to the point where these screenwriters and showrunners are just going to go, no? Perhaps some of them already have, and they've walked away from the project. Star Wars used to be the franchise everyone wanted to be part of because it was popular. Fans loved it. They wanted to put their own little spin on something in the Star Wars universe, while at the same time respecting the source material. But the words that have been coming out, again, rumors, grain of salt, sources, there have been so much creative differences behind the scenes that these screenwriters, they either walk away completely or they're one and done, which is unfortunate. I would like to see a screenwriter given free rein with one condition: respect the source material. That's genuinely what all fans want. And we don't care, despite John Rocha, you ignorant shill, despite what people like John Rocha want to say, we don't care about the gender, the sexuality, the identity, what pronouns they want to call themselves. We don't care what you're packing between your legs, on your chest, in your mouth, in your ears. Star Wars fans don't care about any of that. Half the time when I'm watching movies, I don't know who the director is or the screenwriter or the showrunner or any of these people are. That's not how I judge a film, a TV show, or a video game, or a cartoon, or anything like that. I look at it, I check out the trailer, and I go, this is something I might be interested in. And then I go watch it for myself, and I judge it for what it is, a piece of entertainment, regardless of who created it and what their personal life might involve. And I'm sure that's the same for a vast majority of fans of many IPs, whether it's Star Trek, Doctor Who, Star Wars, all of them. We just want good stories. We are yearning for good stories. A lot of people have already blackpilled on Star Wars and Star Trek and Doctor Who, but some not so intelligent individuals like myself still hold out foolish hope that, hey, maybe the next one's going to be good. Maybe this one's going to be better. And then we get Ahsoka and I didn't really care for that one. But then you get something like Andor that I thoroughly enjoyed. Mandalorian Season 1. I didn't mind it so much. It was fun. And then it just goes downhill from there. And then I go check out Echo and go look at my review on that one if you want my opinion. It was horrible. Foolish hope that the next piece of entertainment put out by Disney will be good. Or put out by Warner Brothers. Or put out by the BBC even. We just want the next story to be fantastic. And maybe, just maybe, that would start a trend in the right direction. Maybe a little fan service. Maybe, just maybe, a little respect, not just for the source material, but some respect for the fans, an understanding of the criticism, listening instead of throwing out insults. But enough of that tangent. Let's get back to this article. Further, he assessed, to make matters worse, there is a possibility that that Knight might not be staying on board the project. Well, his frustrations have grown, so he's put Star Wars on the back burner. It is now focused on the screenplay for his Peaky Blinders movie, which is supposed to go into production in the fall. Now, if this rumor is true, that might put a little damper on the Ray Palpatine movie. But then, right on time, and just hours after the rumor had begun to spread like wildfire across social media, Gizmodo released their own report declaring that the Rey film was, contrary to Rumi's report, still on track. Naturally, these are both rumors. Disney's not going to give confirmation one way or the other. They can't even confirm whether or not Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy of movies is either coming or going. Probably in the tank, to be forgotten, to be tossed down a memory hole. But don't worry, we'll remember Ryan. We will always remember what you were given the reins of and flush down the toilet. Therein, the outlet's German Lucier, I hope I pronounced that right, said that according to a supposed insider source at Lucasfilm, the report is inaccurate. I don't want to butcher his name. Ruimi, whatever. I'm sorry. Report is inaccurate, and Knight continues to write and be part of the process. In fact, the company is waiting on his latest draft as you read this. Which rumor do you prefer to believe? As a content creator, honestly, I want the rumor that it's still in the works and it's coming next year or 2025, 2026. Make the movie. Give me content. Make the movie. Give me content. Let me grift the night away. Sorry. Lost track of myself there. Yet, for all the noise the internet has subsequently made over both reports, it should be noted that both lack any real, verifiable sources for their claim. It could just be people out there wanting to throw out rumors. Is the movie coming? Is it not coming? Is it delayed indefinitely? I will probably not get my hopes up either way, but I will be honest. My hope is that the Rey movie is being made. It is going to show up, because if it's almost like, it's like the Echo series. Rumors came out over and over again that Disney, their initial reaction to how bad it was to simply flush it down the toilet. But for as much as it was advertised and the strong indigenous female deaf amputee of color lead actress in the show, well, they couldn't shit can it. So they tried to release it in the middle of the night, in the middle of December, hoping no one would notice. But of course, we'll never let you forget. Then it got delayed, and then all eyes were on it, and it was terrible. If they have gone through the process of bringing Daisy Ridley back at Star Wars Celebration to celebrate her on stage, announce this movie is coming, and then all of a sudden it just goes away, the uproar from, I guess, the feminist movement, they will lose their minds. How can you just toss a strong female character that everybody loves off to the side? So they're walking a very fine line with what they do with this Rey Palpatine movie. I do genuinely hope it comes out so that we can prove once and for all. I'm still holding out foolish hope that some Star Wars franchise, some Star Wars product will just knock it out of the park, and that will be the beginning of a beautiful trend in the right direction. But then again, I kind of fell on my head a few times as a kid, but hey, whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you looking forward to a Rey movie? Are you hoping that it gets shit canned? Let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Do all those nifty little things that YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.